who knows what happens in the tournament. And now you got to flip this whole thing over with a completely different group. Now you got two talented dudes here, no doubt. But it's still got to be like, man, in the old days, you'd have this, you'd feel good about the momentum, you'd keep dudes back, you'd have the,
Yeah, it is different from that aspect because you want to return guys because your returners, that's who leads your culture. That's who teaches the guys what to do early on. And not having that, everybody's learning for the first time, everything for the first time, and that definitely makes it tough.
Yeah. Aaron, you came into college as a top 5 prospect in college basketball. And hasn't worked out for you the first 2 stops. So what is it about Memphis? What is it about playing for Coach Penny that's maybe going to change the kind of the outcome of what your career can be here?
The culture and the work ethic. I feel like Coach really put like a big emphasis on if you want to get to where you want to get, it's all about hard work. So, me personally, that's all I've been wanting and all I've been needing is just someone to push me, give me that confidence and just let me do me.
So what have you been working on? What is the next step in your game that we're going to see?
My next step is just reading the defense off of pick and rolls, stretching the floor, creating my own shot, creating shots for teammates, and just doing what I do on the defense end, block shots, rebound, stuff like that.
I see you nodding, Doug. You seen improvement out of him?
Yeah, I definitely seen improvement out of him. I played against him back in, high school, right?
Yeah, high school.
And just to see how far he's come on and off the court, some people may have their opinions on him, but, I love the way he's been professional lately, handling his business on and off the court, stay out the way and just keep working.
Have you had to get his confidence back a little bit? Because obviously I remember seeing you at McDonald's game that year, and I said, I think you were the most talented player in that class. And, again, people take different roads. People take different roads. And I felt like this was a perfect place for him this year.
I think what makes it perfect is that we can identify with one another because I've shared things with him that I've gone through, throughout my childhood, throughout high school. I was a Prop 48. I didn't play early. I got shot in the foot.
It wasn't that easy.
It wasn't easy at all. So we identify, and then also I identify with him. He wants to get to a goal, not knocking Kentucky or Ohio State. I just feel like I'm different because I played at the level where he wants to go, and I know all the buttons to push for him to help him stay where he needs to stay the entire season, and support him as well. And not give up on him, and not, make him feel like, he's wanted in every area, on the court, off the court, and helping him be a leader. And he's shown up in a great fashion in doing those things.
It'd be a hell of a story, man. It'd be a hell of a story. I know I want to see it. I mean, I really do.
Appreciate that.
Have you matured, too? Because I remember seeing you at Kentucky before games and saying, like, you were kind of loose and fun. And I was like, seems like a fun kid. But I often wondered, I was like, all right, do you need to lock in a little bit more? Do you feel that way, that you've matured in some ways since?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Good.
And how?
Just by understanding the goal and understanding what I have to do, instead of like, I'm just going out here lollygag. I got goals. I got something I want to win. So.
Well, do you feel like, too, this is, I don't want to say last chance. It's not a last chance, but a last chance to show people that you are who we thought you were a couple years ago?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Doug, what about for you? I mean, this is a big year for you. Opportunity, right? I mean, you've been at the high major level a couple of stops, but you know what I'm going to say. Like, the biggest thing that you haven't done is what?
Make it to the tournament.
Yeah, won.
Yeah,
won at a high level,
sure.
and this guy won last year. What type of pressure, if any, I don't know if pressure is the right word, but how do you feel going into this season?
I feel good. Obviously winning is something I always wanted to do. So, when I have a chance to be on the platform to do that, why not be ready for that opportunity if that's all I've been waiting for my whole career. And, Coach built a great team. We have a great system, and I feel like winning is the only option from this point.
Penny, I thought it was really interesting last year. You did an interview with us on Field of 68, and you said that when you first got this job that you thought it was going to be easy. And you said that you realized that you I think you failed at developing the culture the way that you wanted to.
Right.
Now that you're in the second straight year of kind of revamping everything, like how do you continue that? Right? How do you make that be something that is the Memphis program, when the pieces that are in that program keep changing?
Yeah, well, I'll speak on the first part of that about what I thought was going to be easy because I knew the game, played for great coaches, played with great players, played against great coaches. I knew X's and O's, but I knew nothing about the college realm. So I wasn't disrespecting anyone that had been in this game for a long time who hasn't been a head coach because it's hard, right? From that aspect, when you're an assistant coach all the way and you finally earn your dues. I came right in, okay, I know the game, the guys I'm going to hire know the game, and then you get in and it's totally different than what you think it is. So for me, that's what I meant by that. But what I've learned is experience is the best teacher. And that's the same thing for these guys. Like we all have chips on our shoulders because we haven't gone where we thought we wanted, where we needed to be right now. Like to me, both these guys should be in the NBA and not sitting here. You know, and me, I should have had a run in the NCAA in my mind with the teams that I've had. So with rosters changing every year, you just got to believe in the culture. You got to believe in what you teach. You got to believe in the experiences that you come upon during the career, that you can just keep moving the pieces, and then it's eventually going to click with a group.
It's funny because I've been outspoken about former NBA guys being in college, and most of you guys have not done very well. Mm-hmm. I remember talking to Damon Stoudemire about it, and he said something very interesting. He said, part of the problem is we've been so successful at every stop. And I think that's kind of what you were saying a little bit.
Yep.
Like, we've won, we've been successful, so when we get here, we think, like, okay, it's going to work.
Right.
And sometimes you don't know everything in college.
There's a process that you have to respect about this level where guys have to grind it out. Yeah. This is a grinded out level where in the league, you got to take care of yourself. You've been for yourself. And on this level, it's more about family. It's more about togetherness. It's more about grinding. Yeah. When you get done with practice in the league, you don't have to worry about basketball anymore until you come back the next day. In college, it's 24 hours. You got to recruit. You got to get to know people.
Know that right away.
You got to raise money. Yeah. You got to do all these different things. So it's more like running a Fortune 500 company than it is actually coaching, because the coaching part of it is the smallest percentage.
Totally. All right, guys.